What's your initial reaction to what just happened?
Played probably one of our worst games that I've seen us play. Couldn't really get anything going, couldn't stop the run, couldn't tackle, very poor tackling, couldn't protect the passer well. It's give them credit, they did a great job. And like I just told the kids, we're all responsible for this. Players, coaches, we got to do a better job coaching and putting our kids in a position to be successful somehow, some way. And so that's going to be the job at hand moving forward, is to regroup and one more conference game left, and so we need to bounce back. I feel bad for the seniors because we had an opportunity for them to be undefeated at home this year, this whole team really, but we just couldn't get anything going, couldn't make any plays, and got something going, and we take a big sack, and and we just could not stop the run. I don't know how many yards they rushed for, but it had to be over 300 yards, and that second week in a row we've given up 300 yards rushing. And just poor tackling, we have a chance to get people down, and they break through the tackles, or we overrun the tackles, or whatever. It was not good football. I apologize to the fans for that performance. I've never seen really us play that poorly.
Is there just anything you can attribute that to, why it came out that way today?
No, because those are excuses. I'm not going to make excuses. I want to give New Mexico their credit for they have a very good offensive line, and so give them credit for what they did. They made plays, and they stopped our run, and they pressured our passer, and so it was. I'll just give them credit.
Can you clarify the quarterback situation and Mikey's health and how that was handled when he came into the game?
Yeah, he didn't practice on Tuesday or Wednesday, so he didn't get a lot of the reps. He cleared protocol and practiced on Thursday, but Logan had taken most of the reps through the week, and we're not putting this on Logan by any means. Making the change there was not putting on Logan by any means. Just felt like maybe Mikey could create a spark or something, and so in no way, shape, or form is this indicative that we're laying the blame on Logan for this, that at all.
Offensively, not even without the quarterback position, not many, about 200 yards or so against a defense that has been rated pretty poorly statistically. How did you see the game plan not working out to how you planned?
You saw the game. We couldn't block them up front. They had some new things. They blitzed. Probably I'm guessing 90% of the time, and did a good job of not giving us any space to run. Other people who have run the ball against them hit some creases, and we couldn't create any creases.
Was there any reason why Logan 5 didn't run the ball more than he had against Utah State tonight?
Why he didn't run the ball?
As much as he did against Utah State. He had a carry in the first quarter, carry in the second quarter, and then not much in the second half.
Well, it's some of the things they were doing on defense, that goes along with the quarterback run game, that kind of got us out of that. And, so he didn't have very many designed runs that he ran. He scrambled a couple times. Great run to get in the end zone for the touchdown. But, again, it's a lot of what they were doing. And, they beat us up front on both sides of the ball. That's pretty simple.
Why didn't you wait till the fourth quarter to put Mikey Keenan instead of maybe to start the second half?
Because the game was still, we were ahead in the game. You know, we still had a lot of offense to get to. I don't know what the time of possession was. It wasn't very good, and so we still had some things to get to. But then felt like, you know, we missed a couple things, and it was like, okay, maybe Mikey can create a spark in the fourth quarter. And but again, I don't want to put that on Logan at all. You know, Logan's a competitor, and you know, it wasn't him. It's a team effort. You know, on offense, it's a team effort. When, you know, we have something that's open, and we just kind of took turns. You know, we have something, and then, you know, the guard misses his block, or, you know, whatever. You know, you have to have all 11 guys clicking, and it just seemed like tonight it was, you know, one thing after another where people just took turns, you know, and we couldn't really get in a rhythm. You know, the first quarter, I think we got in a rhythm pretty good in the first quarter, and after that, couldn't really get in a rhythm.
I have one more question for Coach.
And how do you explain the inconsistency of this team? I mean, you guys scored 37 against Boise, and then the last 2 weeks on offense, it hasn't been nearly what you guys did against Boise. Why is that?
Well, I think it's got something to do a little bit with teams that we play. You know, they did a good job, and you know, so again, I'm going to give them credit. You know, we have to go back and make sure that we're putting our players in a position to be successful, right? And so that's what we have to look at to make sure that we're doing the right things with them. And like I said, on offense, you know, sometimes it's about just taking turns, you know, because if one guy breaks down, all other 10 things could be happening, and then it's not a good play, you know. So, but we'll go back and we'll study and you know, regroup for next week. You know, I mean, I know this team has a lot of pride, and they're very disappointed right now. So we got to go back to work, and I do mean it when I say it's not just the players. We take, you know, responsibility, coaches, players, everybody. We have to do a good job of coaching them, putting them in a position to be successful, and then, you know, go out but, you know, I will tell you this, it has nothing to do with our preparation. You know, the coaches work their tails off, the players practice hard, you know, it just, you know, anything else in that are kind of excuses, you know. I mean, I could sit here and tell you about injuries, and I could do all that stuff and things like that, but nobody cares about that, you know. It is what it is, and, you know, yeah, we've had the injury bug hit us now late, but, you know, it's next man up. We got to play. We got to find a way to do better.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
That's it for tonight. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.